Hello everyone, it's me Seagull, and I hope you are having a wonderful Valentine's Day. Hopefully you are out with your significant other, and if any of you are not, if any of you are alone, then hope you can join me and not be alone, because I have my historical crushes with me, and we're going to finally put them on a tier list. Now, I am going to clarify a couple things about this tier list. Well, first of all, I'm not ranking the historical figures themselves, or their achievements, accomplishments, or anything, and I'm not even ranking them by how attractive they are. It's simply just going to be what my crush on them was like. Like, basically talking about like an ex-boyfriend, where it's like, was this one good? Was this one bad? I don't know. I'm going to put them on a list. Some of you may get mad at this, but this is purely subjective by my tastes. Obviously, we have the tiers here. The top ones are like, they're beautiful, life-changing, my taste in men is entirely shaped by them. Get down, solid, just okay. Then there's like nothing notable where it's like, okay, I maybe felt a little bit of something, but nothing too intense. And then there's, I cringe thinking about them, where I don't think a lot of them are gonna go in here. Now, we're gonna go in chronological order, and that's not by the date they lived, that's just about when I had a crush on them. So we'll start off with like middle school, and then work our way into like high school, and then to current day. So first off, the one that I remember the most is actually Theodore Roosevelt as being my first one, and I was like 9. It wasn't really a crush, I was just really fascinated by him, and I thought he was like handsome and stuff, but nothing really like romantic or anything of the sort developed. So he's like a good person to like have a crush on. He's like a pretty standard historical crush, but I'm gonna put him in the solid tier. Okay, and the second one is, Nikola Tesla. Now, this is like my first actual crush on a historical figure. I was like 11, 12 was like my peak era of Nikola Tesla, and he was still kind of like relatively unknown. Like the Tesla cars were kind of just starting to become super popular. Because he's unknown, it's like I had to fight with people in my class about like Thomas Edison being the best inventor, and then it's like, no, it's actually Nikola Tesla. But look at Nikola Tesla. He is handsome. My coworkers are actually talking about this today. For the crush, it's like I was obsessed with him to a very concerning degree. So I don't cringe when thinking about Tesla a little bit. I find it endearing. Very good historical crush to have. Alexander Hamilton, okay. This is like when the Hamilton musical was coming out, so I was kind of like peer pressured people to be like, Alexander Hamilton's so hot, and I'd be like, okay, I kind of see it, but I'm not like Nikola Tesla levels of going absolutely nuts, so I'll just put him in like nothing notable. Okay, who's next chronologically? Okay, No, I'm gonna get canceled for this probably, but listen, it's Hans-Joachim Marseille. He is not a Nazi, I will repeat this. But I liked him when I was like 14, and I'm like, oh, the dynamic's so interesting, because he hated Hitler, but he also died really young. He died when he's my age, so that is crazy to think about. I don't really cringe thinking about Marseille. I'll put him in solid tier, but he's gonna go below Theodore Roosevelt. Okay, and then we have one of my biggest ones ever. Okay, this guy was actually for sure 100% not a Nazi. This is at least after, because we know he tried to kill Hitler, or after the July 20th plot, but this is Klaus von Stauffenberg. He has that sharp jawline and the fluffy, curly, dark hair. He was a family man, he loved his kids, he loved his wife, and then he kind of turned on Hitler and tried to kill him with a briefcase bomb. I think that he is gonna go up here, because I was also obsessed with him to a concerning degree. Then we'll have, okay, I can explain. This is young Charles de Gaulle. I'm putting the young version on here. I'm talking about him from like when he was in Saint-Cyr to when he kind of got married, which is like the 19-teens. He was just really fascinating to learn about. Just look at the like eye bags. Just look at the eye bags. He seems like the type of guy that like every girl would like. It's like, oh, he's like skinny and he has eye bags and he like smokes cigarette and he probably smells. Do I put him up here? I'm gonna put him down here, probably. I'm gonna put him with Stauffenberg. Nicholas II, very standard, like, historical crush. I had to do a project on, like, the Ipatiev house in middle school. So this kind of goes before Charles de Gaulle here, this freshman, sophomore year of high school. Pretty standard, you know, every girl's gonna, like, look at Nicholas, be like, oh, he's kind of handsome. I don't think he's, like, a good ruler. He's not, like, someone I'm, like, cringing about, but he's not really anything notable in regards to, like, my attraction to him. Young Montgomery. Hear me out on young Montgomery. I don't know what that woman was thinking of when she, like, rejected him for, like, drawing tank diagrams in the sand. I don't know what she was thinking about, because look at him. I don't think he's close to perfection. I think he's just very good, but I'm just gonna put him below Tesla. What's the next one? Ooh. Okay, guys. So listen. I know this looks bad. I know that for the uninitiated, this is actually a young Walt Disney. Now, during COVID, people did not have a great time during COVID mentally. I liked him before COVID, but COVID kind of just made things, like, worse. I find him really interesting. Look at him. He just looks so happy and adorable. And also, like, the one thing that was, like, the most annoying is that you'll, like, introduce him and say, like, oh, I have a crush on him. No, he was not racist. No, he was not anti-Semitic. No, he was not hating. No, he did not hate women, because that entire rumor is completely false. There's actually a pretty good video about it. But, you know, I had to, like, do that every time. I'm gonna put him in, like, I cringe thinking about it, but I put him in, people just are projecting their valid grievances with the modern day Disney company on Walt Disney, when if you actually learn something about Walt Disney, he is actually very fascinating, and no, he was not a Nazi sympathizer. Alchvin, the Chickmuck. This is my first one that I got from Sabaton. This is Alvin York. They made the song 82nd All the Way about him. I learned the song and I just became so invested in his life story because he was just a very kind, caring man, even though he killed people. I actually went to his house and I learned about him. I got to see his grave too. That was really special. I think he is life-changing. I'm gonna put him up here. Who's my next victim? Okay. Napoleon. This is like a very okay, this is like someone that I just like look at and I'm like, okay, he's attractive. And then what else? Okay, this is Napoleon IV. He's the son of Napoleon III, and if you didn't hear about him, well then he didn't really do much with his life. He was just really attractive and then he died. I'm pretty sure. I feel bad because he probably had like, he was more like a nice, sweet person. But then he's just, okay, what do you do? I don't cringe while thinking about him, but I'm just gonna put him in like nothing notable because there was not really anything notable. And this is like 2021 time frame. Oh, what's this? Huh? No. What's this? No, what are you doing? No, what is this? No, why is De Gaulle here? No, you're ugly. Okay, so hear me out. So Charles de Gaulle, but listen, besides him being like 6'5", having a big nose, what Doja Cat said about big noses, when do I even seen it? Okay, so he loved his family. He crashed out, but I really love his like determination and his like motivation to like keep France not occupied by the wait, that failed. Keep France still in the war, still fighting. He's just like, I'm not gonna give up. And the best part is he was motivated to by his family because his daughter had Down syndrome. And he's like, I'm not gonna put her in a home. The difference between him and his allies versus him and his family is incredible. I believe he was like a great president. Like confidence, like even a bit of arrogance kind of like makes me like him more. And I realize I'm sounding like the guy is like top 10 anime waifus or whatever. It's like top 10 honest female Sonic characters guy. Anyway, yeah, he's gonna go up in here for now. Okay, so we're gonna have Adrian Corton de Viart. His another one from Sabaton. I love Adrian. I just love how he was like, how he just survived everything and he just kept going. He kept fighting. He is like very inspirational to me in that regard. So I'm gonna put him at the top of wonderful, close to perfection. He's not perfect, but he is like the type of man that I would want. I don't care if there's like missing limbs, missing eyes. Albert of Belgium. Okay, I sometimes forget about Albert of Belgium, but then I realize just how awesome he is. Well, he was like a good king of Belgium. He wasn't even in line for the throne, but he's like, okay, I'm going to be a good king regardless. I'm going to fight with my men in World War I, institute a bunch of reforms, but I really like Albert of Belgium. He would be like he's like an ideal man, definitely. People are going to think I'm like a mustache fetish. Okay, Wilhelm II. Okay, I can explain. This is very much like an I can fix him. Like, I was joking with my friend, and I'm like, oh, Wilhelm's hot, I can fix him. Or no, I can make him worse. I think he's probably just gonna go and, like, I cringe thinking about him. I shouldn't be thinking that guy's hot. Who's next? Leclerc! 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 It's him! 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 It's Leclerc! 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 I'm sorry. I'm clip farming. Okay, so Leclerc, 2023. I watched Is Paris Burning for the first time, and the actor that played Leclerc got me interested in Leclerc, and I'm like, oh my gosh. This guy was so fine. Just how he carried himself. Like, okay, he's from like a noble family, helped to liberate a city in North Africa, and they gave him this like luxury, nice hotel room, and he's like, I'm gonna sleep on the floor. Bruh, he was really intelligent. He knew how to like take the Free French Army, which is like, had a budget of $3, and turn it into like a fighting force, capturing Kufra by driving trucks around it. Marlene Dietrich tried to seduce him, but he's like, no, my wife, who I haven't seen in 4 years, is waiting for me. And I love Leclerc. I still love Leclerc. He will always be probably in the top tier. Oui, baguette, that's all I have to say. Him and de Gaulle can take me to Paris, if you know what I mean. Okay, Wellington, he's attractive, but I feel like there's too many, like, French people on this list to, like, justify Wellington. Ooh, Bagration. He's, like, Wellington, but, like, more attractive. The thing is, there's not a lot of sources on Bagration. I'm probably not pronouncing that name right. Bagration. Not a lot of sources that I can actually read, since he's Georgian, and they're all in Russian and Georgian. I like him. I feel bad for him because his like wife cheated on him and like didn't pay any attention to him, and I'm like, oh, if I were there, like, I would not have done that. That woman must be goofy to have Bagration and just be like, oh, I don't like you, I'm gonna spend time with this other guy. All right, and the last one, Michael Collins. What to say about Michael Collins? He is like the Irish Giga Chad. I love learning about Michael Collins. I'm putting him above Montgomery because knowing what Montgomery did in Ireland, let's put Montgomery over here far away from Michael Collins. I don't want them to like get into a fight. Just look at him. I remember I showed my friend a picture of Michael Collins and she just like had the expression of like the wolf with the jaw dropping. Everyone is gonna see Michael Collins as like, yes. And I feel bad because he had like a loving fiance. He was loyal to her. I don't care what people say. Be like, oh, he cheated. No, he didn't. Shut. I feel so bad for her because like they were gonna get married and then they didn't because he got assassinated. But he did all of that before he was even like, he died when he was 31. He never owned a house. He never got married. He did so much. And I think that's really inspirational. Okay, final historical crush tier list. You know, this is just my honest subjective opinion. I am doing this based on like, how was my crush on them? If you really like Wellington and you think he should be up here, then don't get mad at me. I love all these. Very fun. I want to do this for a while. And happy Valentine's Day from Seagull. And I will see ya.